Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel again. Sorry about the camera look again. I'm looking a little fuzzy here. I thought I fixed something on my update and whatnot, but I just probably gotta get a standalone camera and stuff like that. Um, Let me turn my fan off for a second. Hold on, so you guys can hear me a little better. I feel like I'm skateboarding with this guy right here, my character here. Look at that. It's really cool. I like it. No, but so just wanted to briefly. I know I've been doing. I missed a couple Saturdays here, live stream and whatnot. Sorry about that, guys. Apologies. Like I said, I just had to take care of some personal stuff and obviously pay the bills and things like that. But anyway, back here. This is gonna be my technically kind of my Saturday type of ish thing for this Saturday because I am gonna be looking forward to watching the Canelo and Crawford fight. So I'm be probably hanging out with some folks. Probably, if my brother's off, if my brother has time to, me and him would probably go try to see if we can hang out at one of the local restaurants. Probably watch that, or just go to one of our friend's house in town and see if he's gonna watch it or whatnot. But anyway, so today talking about Hollow Knight Silk Song, really quick, briefly. It is a Souls-like game, as you guys know, for as long as you've been playing. It's crazy to know that. I mean, I installed it fine on the launch day via Game Pass on PC because I play everything on PC now, obviously. Um, but yeah, it was really funny that to see they had shut down like the Xbox, Steam, Epic Game Store, I believe it is, and the PlayStation Store, Nintendo Store, which is crazy. That's how people bought it. And people bought it, and even with it being on Game Pass, it got massive installs, and people purchased it. It was only $20. It's a amazing sequel that was in the making for about 6 years, from my understanding, to the Hollow Knight regular game. That's also the first game that's also on Game Pass. But my understanding is you don't have to play the finish the first game to understand what's going on with this game. So that's pretty cool. I've beaten my, I just beat I'm at the flying giant bird boss, the Moorwing boss, whatever they call it. And seen some couple tips how to beat it. And then there was like that one part where I don't know if they fixed it or not, but you like go up on that when you get the airlift thing, you can float up in the air, go in that corner, just keep on spamming hitting them, and he can't touch you. Somebody found that cheesy way, whatever. But whatever, gaming. Everybody plays their games how they want, which is cool. But yeah, the game is beautiful. It's amazing artwork, the traversal and everything like that. That goes to these indie games. It's an indie darling for sure. That and the Clair Obscure Expedition 33, more likely one of those two are going to win the game of the year this year easily. Very amazing stuff, and both are in Game Pass, obviously. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of that, a little bit, mixture of different things. And one of the topics here I was going to talk to you is what I've been playing. It's horror. It's horror. It's Halloween season, one of my favorite times of the year, Halloween and Christmas. So, really quick, I've been playing. Let me see here. Hold on. I've been playing. I just reinstalled Dead Space remake. I still haven't finished that. Go figure. Certain games I'll just like pace myself. Like if there's so much first party Xbox games and PC games coming out that I'll just play first and everything, and I'll jump back to the other ones later on. This one. Another one's one of those games that just I installed that for via Steam, and then on my Epic Game Store I reinstalled Callisto Protocol. So I'm playing bouncing between those two right now. Obviously, similar games. Um, Dead Space remake. We know what that was about. That one's about and stuff. The original creator of Dead Space obviously created Callisto Protocol, so it's like that same formula of combat and whatnot, and scared action type of thriller game, which is pretty cool. Sci-fi horror, if you will. Really cool stuff. I know a lot of people playing Chronos and stuff, New Dawn. If I get around to it, I will. I mean, I know the game looks amazing in Unreal 5 engine, so cool. But I just want to, try to. I'm gonna tinker around with these other two games for now. Been playing off and on playing Holiday Silk Song. Took a little bit breather, got pretty far. I think I'm closer to the end of Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, but like I said, I enjoy the challenge of Souls-like games, but it's not really one. I'm not gonna say it's not for me. I'll play them. I've beaten one before, Wulong Fallen Dynasty, but those games take I mean, some people can run through them because they're really used to those types of games. Me, I'll just play those games and like, for instance, like Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, and just like, same way I did Wulong Fallen Dynasty. I'll level my character up so he's got like my character's like 40 or 50 levels higher than the enemies in that next area and stuff like that, just so I can kind of get through it easier. And I do look up some tips and stuff because like I said, I'm not familiar with that franchise so much as other people are. But I do have a good time with it for the challenge because I remember when I was growing up, Nintendo and Super Nintendo hard games were Ninja Gaiden on NES and Super NES, Shinobi on Sega Genesis, Contra, things like that. So, those are our Souls-like games back in the day. Hell, you can even throw Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man in there, Frogger and like Q*bert and stuff like that. If you want to go really old school for like games that just kind of like back then in the 80s and stuff, you wanted to throw that little paddle through your TV and stuff, but your mom and dad were like, "You better not do that." But anyway, so I've been playing a little bit of that, just reinstalled, still playing around with my first person shooters, but I have taken a little bit breather from Halo Infinite and Black Ops 6. I'm debating on if I want to jump into the new season of Halo Infinite. I'm really excited for next year for Halo, the new Halo remaking Unreal 5 engine of Halo Combat Evolved, which will be multi-plat. Same thing with the next installment of Halo. Obviously, and there's a third one that they're making at Halo Studios. We don't know what that third project is just yet, but we'll find out in the coming year or so. Um, so, but yeah, and also really excited for Gears E Day. That Gears E Day will be obviously multi-plat as well, because I mean, there's no console exclusives anymore. Everybody gets to play with each other's games and stuff like that. Everything's going PC hybrid and stuff like that as it should be, so that way there's no limitations of hardware anymore outside of the Nintendo Switch stuff too and stuff like that. But and you got the cloud gaming of the next gen Xbox PC hybrid, which is a full-end PC with the Xbox logo on it, and their third-party partners are making hybrid hardware via the handhelds, proprietary stuff, and the Xbox PC hybrid as well. And just like today, LG and Microsoft have a partnership with Xbox Cloud Beta and with LG Beta and a lot of these new auto, they made a massive partnership with different automotive dealers and stuff like that, and companies to put Xbox and LG screens in the back seats of the car for gaming and stuff, for cloud gaming when you're driving or on travel and stuff like that, for the kids in the back, or whoever's, if your family driving in the back of the car. They'll have that display in there. You can just play your video games and stuff like that as well in there, like Xbox and PC games in the cloud. So that's pretty cool. Because every car nowadays, let's be real, like most cars nowadays from like I think 2014 newer and now looking forward, if not even better than the 2014 models, have next gen Wi-Fi and like data and stuff like that you can get through OnStar, other big companies that are partnering with you, like Apple and stuff like that as well. So, or Google, and like let's see, I want to say. I want to say like maybe I think some of the yeah, like AT&T and Verizon, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not a car. My brother's a car expert in that stuff, in that area of the tech and stuff. But I'm pretty sure every car's got some kind of connectivity in it anyway. Um, so that was announced today as well, that they made that partnership. Microsoft made that big announcement between Microsoft, Xbox, LG, and a lot of the car companies. I imagine it's probably like stuff like Nissan, Audi, Outback, whatever it is. A bunch of like GMC and stuff like that, probably Toyota, whatever it may be. Um, but yeah, so I've been playing those games. I've been playing silksong. Took a break on some of the shooter stuff. I'm definitely anticipating Black Ops 7, which is going to be fun. I'm excited for that coming November. Obviously, the beta launches for everybody, but next month actually. So early October, from the 2nd to the 5th, I believe it is. And they're going to do another week. I think they're doing two. Yeah, they're doing 2 weekends as well. I think, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, um, yeah, I need to get back in this game too. You see in the background, that's Tony Hawk Pro Skater Remake 3 and 4. Really fun stuff. It looks amazing. Obviously, they definitely, it's like a night and day upgrade from the original one. And it's fun as hell. And obviously, added new mechanics and new skaters music. They still got a lot of this old school playlists via licensing rights and stuff like that in it too. So, and the skateboards via licensing and stuff like that as well. So, really cool stuff. And Microsoft owns Activision Blizzard King, so this is an Activision game. So this is Microsoft first party as well, the Tony Hawk franchise. So really amazing stuff. And I believe Skate's coming back too. Skate, they had a free weekend recently, I thought, or coming up. They're bringing Skate back, so it's nice to have Tony Hawk and Skate and whatnot back. I wanted somebody to come back with cool borders, maybe get a snowboarding game up in here. That'd be awesome. Just saying, that'd be great. So, but anyway, so yeah, been playing that. Let's see what else. Yeah, that's really bad. Oh, I reinstalled Forza Motorsport because I saw that they had Indy cars in there, so I want to check that out really, really quick and stuff. So I'm just kind of like all over the place right now for a little bit here and there with some games and stuff like that. But it's fall season out. Summer, thank goodness, is pretty much said and done up here in upstate New York and Plattsburgh. So thank goodness for that. We're like this morning. I was out for a walk, going to run some errands and stuff, and freaking. It was like 44 degrees out, so I mean, had my jacket on, but it's kind of a brutal summer for most people, I'd imagine. So we're thank goodness for the cooler weather coming around the corner, and it's Halloween season, like I said. So it's nice, crisp, cool weather, and all I care, what I always like to see, nice, clear Halloween season, a lot of cool events for people to enjoy and stuff with good weather and cool weather and throughout Halloween. And then when November hits, I'm like, I don't care if it snows or not here, whether it be immediately or wait until December, whatever. Um, but yeah, just been doing that, just kind of bouncing around different games and stuff. Really anticipating, like I said, the new stuff like Outer Worlds 2 coming out in just no, in October. Ninja Gaiden coming out in October. Ninja Gaiden 4 coming out in October, and then Keeper coming out next month as well. So Double Fine's new Keeper IP is coming out next month. Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming out next month on the 21st, and then Outer Worlds 2, I believe the 29th or somewhere like not too, about a week after Ninja Gaiden 4. So that's gonna be fun to play those games and stuff like that. Some new stuff to play and whatnot. And obviously Battlefield 7 comes out, not Battlefield 7, uh, Black Ops 6 comes out November 14th officially, and it's day and date on Game Pass as well, Steam and on PlayStation Store and whatnot. And Xbox Store and all that stuff. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, whatever it is you have. Really cool stuff. GOG as well, I believe. But and you can play on the cloud and on the handheld as well. So on the handhelds that are out there. So, but yeah, excited for those games. But yeah, just just chilling, enjoying football season. No, my Saints didn't pull it off in their first game of the season, but they're a young up and coming team. They're all young, fresh minds and students and everything like that. And they're with a new head coach, so it's time to rebuild and stuff. So they'll do well. Gotta let Kelly Moore cook, and do his thing. But between football and college football, my LSU Tigers always doing their thing. So they're doing their thug dizzle, obviously just dominating the SEC and the college football scene. Um, but yeah, and today another random event I forgot about today that happened because I like to talk like tech and gaming at the same time. Um, so the new tech that we saw today, the partnership with Microsoft and the card companies with LG's Beta, Xbox Cloud Gaming. Uh, Displays and stuff like that in their cars and whatnot. That was one bit of news outside, kind of in the gaming, but there's also like a new tech additional partnership with technology and stuff. There was also the Apple event. I didn't watch the full thing, but I know that one of the big announcements they had there was the new Apple Airphone. I mean, no, I'm sorry, the new Apple iPhone Air. That's what it was called. And they have like a new SIM card. They announced like different camera features and recording features and stuff to capture moments. The new Apple Mac 19 or whatever it's called processor that they have their own proprietary chipset in those phones and whatnot. 120 hertz resolution, 4K, I believe it is, with some 8K features, just like that, if I'm not mistaken. OLED screen or something like that. But really cool phone. I mean, it sounds like it. And they also announced the Apple iPhone 17 Pro today with better hardware, chassis, and things like that. And whatnot, a little bit of upgrade and whatnot. But we know how the Apple phones are. It's like minimal upgrades, but mostly it's all about for people. It's all about the camera and some of the other features, the some features in those phones and stuff. So, but yeah, I watched a little bit of that event, but then I went on my walk to the coffee shop and stuff. But I just want to make a quick video and just talk about some cool tech and stuff like that. And yeah, and Tokyo Game Show is coming up here on the 25th, and Sarah Bond, the president and head of Xbox right now, she put up tweet, not tweet, but she did put a tweet out. But I don't use Twitter anymore. I use Threads. Uh, Way less toxic on Threads and stuff. I don't care for that Twitter stuff, anymore. Um, but so October, not October, it's September 25th, 6 o'clock a.m. our time, Eastern Standard here on the East Coast, and 2 a.m. I believe. No, I'm sorry, 3 a.m. on the West Coast Pacific time. So a lot of rumblings that we're going to see the next installment of Forza Horizon 6 being based in Japan, which is going to be awesome. Want to have the drift scene and stuff, and people are speculating maybe they'll have like different cars and like skins for like the anime type of scene over there and all that, and the drifting scene obviously in the city landscapes, and obviously like the a lot of the really cool looking lights under the cars they have over there, and a lot of cool features and everything. The culture over there in general for racing. So I mean, the map's probably gonna be. I mean, we know the city map's gonna be massive as hell. It's gonna be. It's a massive city. You know what I'm saying? Tokyo. So and high tech and that as well as whatnot over there. So their technology over there, like their data and their internet speed over there, like dwarf stars by like God knows how much. You know, so that's cool. Like they're talking about like petabytes of people. Like people, they have an internet. They have some internet. They have corporate internet services over there that can install that can download all of Netflix within seconds or at most a minute or two, which is wild. Um, so yeah, and they look at our 5G and well, soon to be 6G network, kind of laugh at our stuff. So their connectivity technology over there is crazy. Our silicon and hardware and other technology and AI and stuff like that over here are very competitive with them over there. But when it comes to Microsoft and Amazon, they're in cloud and stuff like that. They're light years ahead of Japan and whatnot in general. So and I play around with a lot of AI as well. I've been working on coding and stuff, Microsoft tech and other tech and everything like that since I was like in my late 20s. And when I stopped messing around so much with the hardware, computer stuff, I just wanted to learn about more of the software and behind the scenes and encoding and stuff like that. So play around with that a little bit, read some books up on it, taught, it's kind of self-taught and just absorb new technology as it comes, like cloud and server-based stuff with Microsoft and AI now and stuff like that. And other next gen tech, like they got quantum computing, machine learning technology and chipsets now and stuff like that. So that's like my forte, what I like to, geek out about. But but yeah, so yeah, just been playing a lot of horror games for Halloween season. So yeah, just, Dead Space remake and Callisto Protocol. So just been starting to play those again today, just messing around with those. Callisto Protocol, I didn't realize. I think I'm at the last boss. So I had like a pretty epic fight with this guy, with this like big old bulky, bald-headed dude, whatever. But I believe that's his second phase. And then I looked, and somebody said at his third phase, he just turns into a hulking monster. But it's really, the combat system in there is pretty simplistic because really when they swing at the characters, when the enemy swings at you, you're just really like hitting your joystick, your left joystick on whether you got an Xbox or PC or PlayStation. You're hitting your joystick, as you guys played it before, you're literally just moving like back and forth, you know what I'm saying, like dodging and stuff. And then when you dodge and it goes into slow motion, that means it's you're opening to hit them a couple times or like take a hit them and hit melee, hit them and then take a couple shots with your shotgun or like whatever powerful weapon you use at the time. Pretty cool, fun boss fight, simplistic, but really detailed, obviously, because it's one of those big old AAA blockbuster size games and stuff like that. Um, Hollow Knight, like I said, I beat my fifth boss. I'm on the next boss. I think it's the fifth or sixth one. This flying creature is. So I need to beat that one and stuff. But I got unlocked like three or four powers so far. Well, three of them, and I think in this Act One, the other one I got to get in this Act One and Hollow Knight Silksong is where you can scale the walls and climb the walls and stuff for your traversal and stuff like that. And I saw it that there was like those were like the big four ones in the first act of the game and stuff. So it's a fun game, just messing around with it. Like I said, like I said, I broke away a little bit for time, took some time off from the shooter games and the fighting games. I played a lot of Mortal Kombat 1 and I love it, Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct and all that. But I like to switch it up every now and then, take a breather from certain genres of games and play certain genres of games I haven't touched in a while or it's my first time playing. So for a little bit, and then I'll jump back into my main stuff I like playing, and then eventually I'm going to get back into Microsoft Flight Simulator because I love that as my Zen game and just flying, amazing skies and stuff like that up the whole global next gen technology and the features and all that stuff of both Microsoft being AI combined with Google Maps and stuff like that to give us that real time global city look and everything like that. And like I said, Microsoft Flight Simulator it predates the first Windows. So those of you who aren't familiar with Microsoft Flight Simulator, it was the first game or software that Microsoft created before Windows 1.1, 1.0. What I mean, back in like it was back in like the 80s, whatever. I mean, because like internet was we didn't have internet until 1983. The World Wide Web wasn't created until the early mid 90s. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it's and I know that they just announced that they're shutting down the AOL World Wide Web. That old school dial-up thing, whatever. They're finally shutting that down after 30 something years, whatever. So it's crazy. I thought they already had that thing shut down, but I guess some places are still using it a little bit. Right now, everybody's like getting into fiber optics internet, high end speed internet, high data speed, satellite internet, all that stuff. All their choices of connectivity, whatever it is, they have. Competition is always good. Like I said, it makes you money. It's a business. Um, but yeah, so didn't mean not get get off the beaten path there, but yeah, so it's just like just Microsoft Flight Simulator has been around for years, decades. I mean, I should say. I want to say for 40 years now. It's been around, which is crazy because they had their 40th anniversary a couple of years back or so. So yeah, been playing that. If you want to kick back, relaxing game, play Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you want to get in the whole nitty gritty, because you can actually that game that simulator actually gives real pilots for both private and commercial their airtime to get their licenses. A lot and massive amounts of pilots and stuff like that, and people that fly jets and everything use that simulator to get their licensing for pilots and stuff like that, which is amazing. And we can play that here at our home, and they actually do every you'll see me posting on a Facebook or my YouTube channel sharing it as well. Um, a lot of the developers, like you get they get the real pilots, and the developers, some of the developers are real pilots as well. So they'll do like fly-ins, or they'll do like they'll do like blogs, they'll do like fly-ins and stuff to let you know when they're doing fly-ins, and they'll be training people through through watching YouTube and stuff like that. And you got your own setup there if you want to really learn and just understand like the dynamics, how the game works, or I mean how the simulator works. If you want to actually go into and you can sign up with them to go to pilot school as well, to where their facility is at, and then they'll use that simulator as well to help train you as well, become a pilot. But if you want to just sit at home and just kind of understand the dynamics of it, you can have the whole full simulation experience. Or if you're like me, you can have like everything assisted. You still use certain simple controls to fly the plane, but it's very assisted with for you to like take off and land, things like that, and turn and understand like okay, the first person or third person kind of mode wherever you want to fly in, which direction you need to go, how to take, you hit air pockets where it tells you how to, when to descend and ascend, and really fun stuff, and you could just still see landscapes. I flew over Plattsburgh, I flew over New Orleans, I flew over, Montreal, Quebec, I flew over Vancouver, Seattle, Redmond, flew over Los Angeles, I flew over New York City. The whole detail in that is just so amazing in that simulator. It's like real time, just crazy, amazing mapped out stuff. Especially when you have a high end PC and you're playing on a PC, it's just like damn, it's crazy. And then obviously I checked all overseas stuff like Europe, Japan, China. Flew out down to South America over the rainforest. That was gorgeous. Um, let's see, Australia, New Zealand, Russia, Italy. Spain, like Greece, I mean Rome, I should say, or Greece, yeah. And then just a lot of cool different other places in the United States, and just I did one cool flight when it first launched from like all the way to Seattle to New York City and stuff, and that was like hours on end, like it was like about a good 5 hours of me just on there, right, and just playing that and flying on like on a commercial flight, and it was just so cool, just from the point of taking off and just flying and seeing where I was at on the map and stuff, and how I understand like which way to take. It had like real time air traffic control, so you like make sure you didn't collide with other planes, so you took the right route you're supposed to take, and then you land and stuff like that. So really cool thing, really 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 awesome simulator. I definitely highly recommend it. It's on Game Pass as well, obviously, because it's a first party Microsoft owned license, obviously, because Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's done by it's created by the studio of Sobo as well. They're the ones who develop it. Microsoft publishes it and whatnot, obviously. So really cool stuff though. But I'm gonna eventually get back to that. But yeah, that's really about it today. I just want to break the news, about the cool LG and Microsoft partnership with the vehicle brands and stuff like that coming up here. You can play your Xbox games via the cloud and vehicles now on the new screens and everything like that, the back seats and stuff, which is cool. Apple and it had two new variations of their phones came out today. They announced a new eSIM card as well, which is um I it's a far more efficient and better um than what you get your traditional plastic SIM cards you get nowadays. But like their new eSIM proprietary to the Apple phone devices is really unique in itself, and connectivity is much better as well. Stuff for consumers may not be a big deal for some, but for the everyday consumer, that uses that wants that connectivity and efficiency, especially when you're traveling or you have it for business and stuff like that. You'll have you'll have much more stronger connectivity and stuff. Already, a lot of Apple phones have a good rate connectivity. High-end Android phones have great connectivity and stuff like that. And phone companies are obviously been stout about it, and even like new upcoming phone companies. So you have so many different phone providers out there outside of AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, Sprint. I mean, you got a lot of them merged and stuff over the years. Obviously, you got Straight Talk, you got Mint Mobile. I mean, you got so many of them out there. Excuse me. Um, what's the other one? I know I'm forgetting one, but there's another major one out there. But that's they're kind of like theirs. They have started having their own standalone stores. But there's so many different phone companies out there, and obviously, some of you business folks that travel, if you travel for business, you get I like getting unlocked phones because you get more power and efficiency and for a lower price. And a lot of these unlocked phones are more powerful than the phones you get from like under a contract and stuff like that. You get more RAM in these unlocked phones, and they're built for like um, productivity, developing developers, gamers, things like that, whatever it is, for the high end stuff. So I like using those phones and stuff. And also, but the key thing for unlocked phones, obviously, you have a dual SIM set up, so you have a phone number here when you're home in the States, and if you travel overseas, you have that number over there for for overseas and stuff. So that's the main thing about the dual SIM. I mean, the unlocked phones have the dual SIM card and stuff like that in there. So, but and you can go to any provider and like that supports it. Just switch it up wherever you want. So if I've been with AT&T for 16 years, haven't switched over, but it's like if I had an unlocked phone, I said, hey, you know what? I like what they're doing over there in Verizon. I'm gonna switch up. I can just switch it up with them with no problem stuff. And the SIM cards are all compatible with all these unlocked phones instead of having like certain phones that are just locked to you know this company and whatnot as well. So or this provider, I should say. So unlocked phones are more of the it thing nowadays instead of being locked to one thing because people like to be locked into one service or one company. So in case they do want to switch at some point because they might be having a better deal of connectivity somewhere else. I mean, like I said, it's a competitive field as well. Some companies are doing better than others. So we can be honest with that. Um, but a lot of these companies are getting like more closer, setting the bar for each other, just kind of breaking even, for service wise. Just now, it's just like, what are you familiar with? What do you like to use? And then just go with that. Obviously, every generational phone that comes out when you want to upgrade every 2 or 3 years, whatever. But yeah, that's all about. That's me just rambling on, yapping on us like that. But I just wanted to talk about the new tech, what I've been playing. A lot of new games out there to play. I highly recommend go check out Hollow Knight Silksong. It is amazing. It is very challenging. Be patient with it. Learn the mechanics, and believe me, don't throw your controller through your computer or your nice TV, whatever. Um, if it gets to that point, do what I did. Put the damn controller down, pause the game, walk away, take a walk around the block, take a breather, meditate, whatever the hell it is you do for about half hour, and then come back to it and just learn how the bosses, even the mini bosses and I should say sub bosses nowadays, sub bosses or mini bosses, whatever you want to call them, and the major bosses. They just like all Souls like games, they literally have a system. So you just follow the system. Yes, they do. So they start off with one move, they do another set of moves with that other move, so you have three different sets of moves, but like I've seen the bosses I fought, I've noticed like I haven't counted any more than like maybe a little over 20, maybe 15 or 20 hits, depending on the size of the boss and scale of it, what kind of boss it is, how long it takes you to beat it. It can be like if you're taking your time, pace yourself, and you're learning the moves, how they come at you and stuff. Just take your time, chill out. You'll eventually pull it off and stuff like that. But and there's also like plenty of guys on YouTube that give like tips and stuff. I mean, I'm 44, man. I like playing these two games, but some of these young kids, man, they just got it, man. And I have to sit there and like when I get stuck on a boss or like something like that, these Souls like games, I'm going to YouTube and say, how the hell did he do that? And okay, I see what they're talking about, and I kind of use my kind of play style and what he's talking about a little bit more as well. And after a couple of tries after watching that his way or whatever, two or three tries his way, stuff like that, and level my guy up more before I go into that boss fight again. I end up get past that boss, and then the next one, understanding it more and beating that boss. So it's a very fun game. It is a very large game. I seen like the map is massive. I don't know how much. I mean, it's one of those games I'll probably play, maybe, and I'll definitely be putting down when Ninja Gaiden 4 comes out and Black Ops 7 comes out for a while. I'll come back to it later on because that's the beauty of Game Pass. It's right there when I want to play it. But because I'm a hack and slash guy, I'm not a Souls like game, but I do like the challenge. But I'm more of a hack and slash guy. I'm getting older. I can't play those Souls like games like that anymore. I mean, I can't play those hard games like that anymore like I was when I was younger on the Super NES and the old school days and stuff like that. I mean, nowadays like these kids are they play these Souls games, and love them. Like I said, they're cool and all. I'm a hack and slash guy. I want my Devil May Cry games. I want my freaking what was I saying? I want my Ninja Gaiden games. Any other beat 'em up or like fast paced hack and slash games. I want those. I'm still grinding the heck out of Diablo 4 season 9. That's what I meant to say. I've been playing too. I just jumped back into that. Haven't got any mythic uniques this season. I don't know if I'm gonna get any or not before season 10 comes out because I believe season 10, the 83 day mark that they usually go by when they start a season. The end of season 9 should be September 22nd, I believe, because they're having a dev sit down and update on the 16th of September. So that should probably just get us ready. They're probably gonna that's the following week is that week right there before the new season drops. They're probably gonna get everybody ready and updated and say, hey, this is what we're doing. Because season 10 is based on this new feature called Chaos Armor and stuff like that, and they're putting a lot of permanent stuff from this season, like they did with last season, because they put a lot of permanent stuff in dungeons and stuff like that, and new layers and stuff like that, and new sub bosses in the season 9 permanently. They're doing the same thing, letting a lot of things carry over from season 9 permanently to stay in season 10 and moving forward. So, really cool stuff there. So, I don't know if I'm gonna get Mythic Uniques this season, but I'm still grinding out for some and stuff. So, I'm at Paragon 212 right now, last time I checked, and just ready to level up again. But I got all the new magic spells and stuff for this season, all maxed out, everything maxed out. But I liked having the build with like the poison armor build and the five little pillar things or diamond things, whatever spheres that follow you around and just do a lot of damage to everybody and everything like that. So and yeah, pretty cool stuff though. Really cool game. I always have fun with Diablo. I love Diablo. That's what I've been playing though, for the most part. So other than that, that'll be it for the stream today. But thank you guys for watching. For those of you tuning in or eventually will tune in, just continue to watch the content on my channel. I'm just put like I said, I put everything up Tuesday. I put gameplay, different various games up, and some I put some other additional games on there. Like when I'm continue doing like grind and new seasons of Diablo 4 if I'm playing through Dead Space again or something like that, or Microsoft Flight Sim. I still got to make a stream on and I'll record that, put that out there eventually. Probably gonna record some Forza Motorsport with the IndyCar stuff today a little bit, just kind of like it's been a while since I played that, but see what that's about really quick. Um, Definitely gonna probably be cold streaming. I'm definitely gonna be cold streaming the on the 25th if I don't have any plans. But like I said, take that with a grain of salt. I may or may not be cold streaming, but I'm pretty sure right now I'm gonna say I'm a cold stream the Tokyo Game Show on the 25th at 6 a.m. But plans change. It's you got it's on. You got plenty. There's some people are gonna be cold streaming that thing on Twitch and YouTube and whatnot, Facebook, whatever social media channel you follow, Discord, Twitter, stuff like that, Threads, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. But yeah, just check out the channel, and just continue to watch my content and check it out. I put it out there for you guys to check out let you know what I'm playing and just kind of give you an idea what if you're not sure what game is, whatever, or what this is, things like that. I show it out there and say, hey, this is what I just show you what it is. Like I said, I don't put my camera on when I'm recording games or streaming games like that. I want you to see the game. You clicked on my channel to watch the game, not me look at the game and stuff like that. I mean, no offense to people out there who do content creating like that, but that's their prerogative. I don't do that stuff. I want you to see the full game and not my mug over here in a corner or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So enjoy my content, continue to enjoy my content, and just the channel's there for you. You know, join it, whatever you want to do, and just keep checking it out. I'm just doing this. It's a fun passion project. It's my beloved. It's my love for gaming and technology, and like I said, going to get more again, additionally focus on, cadences, getting on time, uploading videos into my channel better. I know it's been kind of like a little bit all over the place, a little here and there, and I've been on Saturdays for a couple weeks now. So, starting this week, definitely going to push myself. I know like a lot of things are going on, and right now, it's like I'm trying to get other stuff done as well. Um, and personally, whatnot. Obviously, we all have busy days and stuff in our personal lives that are priorities. Obviously, this is a hobby. I mean, but this is part of like my passion project and part of my retirement plan. And if to keep doing this, throughout the rest of my life and stuff. No matter how old I get, I'll always enjoy gaming and tech. Um, but we all got our priorities and stuff like that before we do this and whatnot. But enjoy our gigs, whatever. So it's a luxury and a hobby. For some who works in the industry, yeah, it's a priority. It's their way of income and whatnot, and a lot of content creators, it's a way of income as well. I'm focused on trying to make it my way of income and whatnot. That's what I want to do. These channels, I see everybody else doing their content creation. That's cool. I want to do my own version of it and stuff like that, and just keep it straight with you. Just give you gameplay, and talk straight tech with you on Saturdays and stuff, and say, hey, this is what this is. Give you the basic 101s, and then like it's like we learn from each other. It's like okay, well, here's the tech that we saw today of this new stuff that we never seen before. Um, New technologies coming out every day, every year, moving forward. Um, Technology moves like the speed of light, so you gotta adapt with it, otherwise we're leaving behind. So I love adapting to it, and I have friends that came at Microsoft that came down to help us rebuild in New Orleans and stuff like that. And I still stay in touch with. Some are retired, some are still kind of there a little bit. Um, I get my little emails and stuff like that. I don't brag about it like most some people say, hey, I know this person. I don't do that stuff. I know about things that they're working on that's not out yet, that's coming out, really awesome stuff. But I keep that to myself because that's their stuff, and I made a you know I'm not going to cost them their job by any means, but and whatnot. But it's cool with the tech they got coming and stuff like that, and the OEM setup in the new Xbox, the additional branding and the hybrids of different devices that are Xboxes now and moving forward and coming in the future are just amazing. And like I said in my previous video, a few times ago, was you got those MetaQuest glasses, you got Ray-Bans, you got Oakleys. That's an Xbox, just to kind of give you a little teaser with that, what's going on with that. And that partnership's already been said and done to have that feature next and introduce that to people as well. Put the glasses on, you got your big screen, pick up your Xbox, PlayStation, PC controller. You're playing on the cloud on the big screen like that. You don't need this big old hulking like VR thing. That's an option still with MetaQuest and stuff like that if you want to be immersed in that. But you can also have the AR mixed reality technology and Microsoft's a lot of Microsoft's partners are using Microsoft's patented NPU chipsets, AI, cloud streaming, Azure servers, and stuff like that. Azure AI, being AI, things like that. A lot of Windows ML, things like that, just to create a lot of these cool different, like, I mean, not just gaming, but like productivity, next gen technologies for space exploration, connectivity of businesses, business meetings to like, from anything from like video conferencing for business meetings and stuff like that on the go to how manufacturers and construction workers are using it to stay in touch with each other. So if you're wearing a pair of glasses, your boss can be on a Surface or Windows or Samsung or Apple MacBook using Microsoft 365 and kind of like making live notations, and you can see it real time with a holographic processing unit. That's what the HPU chipset that Microsoft patented is that people are using. You can see them like making that real time marks. Like, okay, this is what you do with this valve. This is how you TIG weld this, or wiring stuff up for commercial or residential. So many different things they could do with it. And like space exploration, obviously, being able to push technology further out to see, just do more, to discover more of our galaxy and universes and stuff like that surrounding us, and just so much cool stuff. And obviously our military and sector and our federal state government sector for cybersecurity and next gen technology to keep, to police the world and stuff like that as well. So a lot of cool stuff. Um, I can go on about this all day. I love stuff like that. Like I said, I grew up as an Air Force grad. Both parents did career times in the Air Force. My dad worked in Secret Service for NORAD. So I'm like a lot of cool technology and like behind the scenes stuff that it's not for us consumers, but it's fascinating to see how much more advanced we are than the rest of the world, but more than people know. So um, that'll be it today though. But like I said, I won't be on this Saturday. This will be like kind of like my Saturday. This is like my Saturday stream thing. But I'm just making like videos, talking to you guys, get you guys continue for the next few months to get to know me, whatnot, and just still setting up everything, getting to feel everything, still working with Adobe Express to kind of set some extra stuff up, make sure I got all the things and kinks and stuff like that out of here and stuff like that. And then I'll have like the whole channel chat eventually set up and everything like that. Working on that right now and like the super chat stuff. That'll be coming down in the months from now. Just focus on just kind of just putting a face and name for you guys and uh, just talking technology, gaming, having fun with it because gaming is meant to be one thing, one thing only. As I always say, it's fun. So let's get excited for all games and next gen technology, and let's just have fun geeking out about it. If that's your thing. So, thank you guys. God bless, and have a wonderful weekend. And if you're up here up in the cold places like upstate New York, like I am myself, stay warm because it is getting to the fall season, which is good. But I know we probably got some more warm days coming up, stuff like that. But thank you guys, and always thank you for just tuning into the channel. I really appreciate it, and hope I can just continue to build off and feed off of you guys as well, and you got vice versa and stuff like that. Just it's fun, just I mean, just being myself, talking to you guys about my love of technology, and gaming's at the forefront of that as well. So thank you, and God bless.